It's Tuesday afternoon, you're laying on the couch doing something that you shouldn't do. You're watching YouTube videos, wasting your time, and you know deep inside that you could also do some proper work, but you don't do it, right? So then next Tuesday, it's the same situation. Weeks pass by, months pass by, and you still didn't change anything. You did not build the right habits, and before you know, you are not 20 anymore, but you're 31. And you now have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of paychecks, and you feel stuck in the moment. You start to feel anxious and you think like, okay, is this life? Is this what I really want? Is this actually where I work towards to in my life? You start to feel depressed and you really think like, okay, what if I choose a different path and what if I did things differently? That would have made things so much more easy. And therefore in this video, I'm going to be brutally honest and I'm going to tell you what the biggest problems are in your 20s that will hold you back from reaching your goals and what you can do. So the solution for you to make sure that you will instead put in the work, reach your goals, to live the most wonderful life that you should have within your 30s. Okay, so one of the biggest fuck ups for you to not reach your goals is social media. And I want to tell you something. I am not going to blame like the right guy here and tell you guys that I'm not at all on social media, but what I'm going to tell you is the following thing. If you're scrolling to TikTok or Instagram or Facebook for such a long period of time per day, then you're just set up to fail. And why? Because you will get so many rubbish things that you will go over, so many shit things that you will see that will not help you at all with the goals that you want to achieve. So therefore, it's super important that you are aware of your use of social media, because with the wonderful thing of social media, it can bring you in a lot of money because literally everyone is on the social media apps, right? Let's be honest, it's a real addiction. And if you don't want to be a part of it, you need to make sure and you need to be critical to yourself, focus on what's going to bring you in the long-term benefits. The next fuck up that's going to be very important for you to understand that it's super dangerous is instant gratification. And it has actually a lot to do with social media because of all the dopamine, all the quick things that you're seeing on your screen. You're literally going to be a slave to your screen. And if you're in the moment, right, if you're on your phone, then you're not going to notice. But I want you to focus for like only a half a day or like maybe a day to look around you and to see how poor and how sad it is that the people are constantly always on their phone. You cannot even talk to the people anymore. And it's ridiculous. They can hide behind their phone and there's no real and honest conversation anymore. You literally go to bed with your phone and wake up with your phone. You watch porn, eat junk food, like it's all instant gratification. But you need to understand that there are some serious risks and this is going to be damaging for your 20s and for the rest of your life. Only if I make one person aware of this particular cycle that they are in, and it's hard to break out. I mean, like there have been periods where I was too much on my phone, but I want you to be aware of it so that you can take action, and then it's on you, of course, before you're 30 and you're literally in the rat race and you cannot escape anymore. So that's the most important thing when it comes to instant gratification. Then the next fuck up for you to waste your 20s is a very important thing. It's perfectionism. And why is perfectionism such a thing in the last couple of years? Because we are on the social media, right? You constantly see those perfect worlds wherein people have like everything they want. They have a private jet, they go on holiday basically every other week. They have the best resorts, the best hotels, they eat the best food. Their life looks perfect. And then there you are chilling on your couch, scrolling to TikTok, too many hours on social media. The gap between your life and their life is way too big and you just feel like, okay, but I can't do it, so I will never start. So you forget that it all started with taking one step after the other to really get things moving, and only watching these perfect pictures on Instagram, not taking action and not having a plan for yourself will bring in huge amount of anxieties and will not help you any further in your 20s. And then that will bring us to the next fuck up, and that's anxiety, what I already mentioned before. And how do you know if you have a lot of anxiety, yes or no? To explain anxiety, I'm turning to Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher. He viewed anxiety as a product of our attachment to desires, fears, and external outcomes. Because listen up, it's not the external events that will cause anxiety for us, but rather the interpretations or the judgments of these events. Because what happens? We allow our minds to have worries about the past or the future, but that's things that we cannot change anymore. They are external factors. And that's why we need to focus on the present. If we focus on the present, then we cannot worry and we see things as how they are. You have to realize that some things are beyond our control and you cannot do anything about it, so why would you worry? Because here's the truth, nothing is going to change unless you change it yourself. The first thing that you need to do is to take full responsibility over your life, and of course it's going to be hard. Of course you have super positive moments and super negative moments, but you need to stay focused and you need to understand that your 20s are the years that you can build your future to make it work for yourself and to get your dream outcome. But how to go from there? Because I'm sure you recognize some things that you need to change to make sure that you will get a better life, but how to go from here? If you agree with the things I said and if you thought like, hey, this is me, I really need to change, then listen up, because I got this LPF strategy, this 30-day plan that you need to execute on if you want to break free and have a better life and start to build in your 20s. The LPF strategy is made to make sure that you will get away from instant gratification by doing 5 simple tasks for 30 days to make sure that you will rewire your brain and will build great habits for you to succeed in life. So there we are. I'm going to tell you the 5 tasks that you need to do for the next 30 days to make sure that you rewire your brain and that you literally throw a cancel culture on this particular life that you're living right now. Because let's be honest, everybody has bad habits, but it's for you to change them, and that's what we're going to start with right now. The first thing that you need to change and the first thing that you need to do for the next 30 days is go to bed and sleep at the same time. And why is this so important? Because you will get more structure in your days. You know when to wake up, you know when to go to bed, you will have more focus, you will have more positive energy, and you will feel more emotional stability because your body finally feels inner peace because they know when it's time to rest and it's know when to be active and when to be fully on. And to give you a little insight in what I do, I go to bed between 10 and 10:30 and I wake up between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. And I'm not here to tell you that you exactly need to follow my schedule. You just need to make it work for yourself, and it's more important for you to trust yourself on that and to make sure that you always stick to this time to go to bed and to wake up. Pick a time and stick to it. That's the first task that I want you to do to focus on getting the best out of your 20s. The second task that I want to focus you on for the next 30 days is eating healthy. And why is this so important? You can already guess it has a lot to do with the energy levels as well, with your overall mood, and of course with your body. Your body is your temple. You only have one temple, so you need to take care of it. If you want to achieve the best possible results, then you cannot lay on the couch to eat fucking fries every evening and to only feed your temple with dirty stuff. If you want an engine to work properly and to work at its maximum capacity, then you need to make sure that you fill it the right fuel, right? And what I do to eat healthy and to keep my focus, so I do intermediate fasting. And by doing that, that really helps me to get more stability, to take care of myself and to feel great during the days. Number 3, the third thing that you need to do and you need to focus on is working out. And why is this so important? It reduces stress, boosts your self-confidence, is super healthy for you and your tempo again, to make sure that you feel fit, you feel energized. And besides that, we are sitting a lot nowadays. I mean, I sit a lot as well, and that means if you don't do any sport, then you are doing something where you were not made for, because you were not made to sit the whole day. To give an example, what I do, I play tennis a lot because I just like ball sports. I getting like really into it, and also because I just love to compete with others. But also if you want to go to the gym, that's also perfectly fine. If you just pick something what you maybe already do or what you want to start doing and go for it. Do it every day for the next 30 days and you will see a big difference in how you feel. The fourth thing that I want you to do is to visualize your goals every day. And why is this so important? Especially in the beginning, I did this a lot and it helped me to understand that I wanted to reach some goals, to put urgency behind it, but also to tell myself that it was doable. Because for instance, if you write down, I want to earn 50k in profit every month, right? If you're going to repeat that every day in a positive tone and you really believe in it and you're going to actions behind it as well to make sure that you execute, then after a couple of weeks or months, you're looking at that 50k in a whole different way than you did before. Maybe before you thought it was unreachable, or you, like we said in the beginning of the video, were checking Instagram and thought like, oh man, I can never do that. This guy, his life is perfect, and not realizing that you could do the same if you build the right habits and if you're visualizing that you could get there instead of fucking scrolling on your phone doing nothing. So that's super important, and therefore, so what are you going to do on a daily basis to reach those goals, and then from there take action. And this is key, guys, because if you don't want to waste your 20s, then you gotta have a plan, right? So this is the maybe even the most important one, because if you don't have a plan, your life will be gone. 31, you will be 31 and you will feel stuck and you thought like, ah, damn, I should have listened to this one weird guy, Jisk Hogeboom, on YouTube, and he said I needed to change my habits to not waste my 20s. And the fifth one and last step in the 30-day plan is self-development. We are so helpful to others, but we are actually most of the time not even helpful to ourselves. Start with yourself. You first need to save yourself. You first need to develop yourself before you're going to help others. And it might sound egocentric and people maybe think like, ah, this guy only thinks about himself. But you know, in the end, we were born alone and we're going to die alone. So we first need to take care of ourselves. And therefore it's super important that you will make sure that you will read books, that you will get new perspective on life, that you will invest in yourself, that you will put time into the goals that you want to reach to make sure that you will make it work and you will not waste your 20s. So, to be honest, this doesn't sound too hard, right? This sounds actually quite simple. Only 5 steps, 30 days, what could go wrong? But most of the people, they wouldn't even bother to make a change after watching this video, and they will just continue doing the same thing, and then you will waste your 20s. And that's the whole point I'm trying to make here. If you want that change, then you need to get rid of the bad habits and you need to be a pure man. And I want to challenge you after this video to write down your goals, to write down what you need to do differently, and to follow these 5 steps, the 30-day game plan that we made, to make sure that you will break your cycle and that you will go for it. Don't waste your 20s, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you found this helpful, then definitely watch this video that pops up in the screen right now, because I'm telling a lot about how to structure your mindset to succeed and how to get the best out of life. Super helpful. Check it out, and then I will see you in the next one. Peace.